Hey ho! This is a new video in my series, Reading Children's Book Backwards. Self-explanatory. Yeah, I just thought I'd do it. Something different. For adults, not for kids. So, okay, let's get started. Will Jake be able to stay at school on his own? Don't know. Let's see here. This whole first year was Mrs. Moore has been a lot of fun. Jake's special place to learn and grow in classroom number 1. Oh, it's a rhymer. It's a rhymer. Okay. And when the closing bell rang, Jake looked to Mrs. Moore and gave her his last cookie as he walked right out the door. Okay. There's Mrs. Moore, the teacher, I guess. With every page, Jake loosened up and saw from where he stood, the whole class sat and smiled at him, and inside he felt good. He's doing a show and tell with his book there. I don't know if you can see that. That's when Jake let his parents go, and they felt some relief. It's been a while since they had some feeling in their feet. His teacher grinned and asked, "You do? I know what might be fun. If you could hold this book for me, I'll read to everyone." Oh. I have a dog. His name is Fred. Jake said, and turned around. Oh. Then from the back part of the room, there came a tiny sound. Oh, I don't know what that's. It's not making sense because we're reading it backwards. She turned and reached up on the shelf and found one special book. This one's about a dog named Fred. Why don't you take a look? He had a dog named Fred. His teacher finally told the class that soon the bell would ring, the school would let out for the day, but there was one more thing. I'd like to read a story before our day is through, so everybody take your place and I will read to you. He could not feed the classroom pets, the turtle or the bird. There was no way to make a friend. He didn't speak a word. Oh. Can you see that? He could not take a bathroom break. He had to hold it in. That didn't rhyme. Oh, it rhymes here. So was the jungle gym. Rhyme backwards. It should be the other way around. The tricycles were terrible. It's just no good when one side's light and the other weighs a ton. They tried to take a seesaw ride but didn't have much fun. It works both ways. I'm really reading it backwards, but the rhyme works both ways if it's on the page properly. Finger painting was no fun. Without a hand or two, his clay would stay a blob all day. He could not squirt the glue. Okay, can you see that? Jake could not do a single thing as long as he held on. No playing with the other kids. No joining in a song. Oh, he's still hanging on to his parents, it looks like. For the whole book, he's holding on to his parents. Oh yeah, his parents, he won't leave his parents. They walked into the room as one and tried to be discreet, but that's not easy when you've got 3 people in a seat. His parents, his mom and dad, and himself on the seat. There is no choice, his teacher's voice said to the clumping mass. It looks like the 3 of you will have to come to class. Oh, his parents don't leave him. His teacher tried to pry him off. The principal did too. The school nurse gave it her best shot until her face turned blue. His face turned blue and they're pushing, pulling, trying to get him off his parents. Okay. He grabbed his parents at the knees and would not let them go. They told him, "Please, we have to leave." But all he'd say was no. Okay. So they stayed the whole time, the parents. Jake screamed and then he fled. Ah. "Hi, I'm your teacher, Mrs. Moore." Just then the door swung open and a red-haired lady said, Then there it was, room number 1, where Jake would join his class. It looked so big, he felt so small, he passed a little gas. Okay. Some of them he'd seen before, but most he never did. Isn't this exciting? As they arrived, Jake was surprised to see so many kids. Big day, son. The rhyme worked, but the captions there of the parents screwed up the rhyme. Oh, this one doesn't work either. At least that was the plan. When Mom and Dad called time to go, they drove off in the van to Jake's first fun-filled day of school. It doesn't work because it's on the wrong page. The rhyme didn't work.
I was pretty young.
And packed inside his lunchbox were 2 cookies for dessert. Jake brushed his teeth and combed his hair. He wore his favorite shirt. Jake woke up his first day of school as sunshine filled the sky, and Fred, his dog, jumped on his bed, then licked him in the eye. Over there, I guess, right there. We're getting to the front. Jake Starts School by Michael Wright. Okay. For great teachers everywhere, especially my sister Ellen. It's a little dedication. Is there another page here? No. Jake Starts School by Michael Wright. Okay. The rhymes sometimes worked, and sometimes because they put some of the rhyme on some of the page, like 2/3 of the rhyme on the one side, and then the other side of the page they put like the other third, then the rhyme doesn't work because I'm reading it backwards. So it kind of screwed up. But some of the pages they had the rhyme all the way on the same page, so that worked out. Oh, that was fun. Cute little story. Okay. That's about it. Okay. So signing off. Remember, live your life and see what happens. Okay, later.